Spurge here, and today we're taking a look at the Alpinestars Fusion Leather Jacket. So this is going to come in around $750, and this is aimed for you sport riders out there that want a solid piece of protection on the street. You're getting that pre-curve. This is going to be a new material that we're seeing from Alpinestars over the past 12 months. There's a lot of leather in this, but you're also going to see a lot of this matrix material as well as the Rideknit stretch coming down the inside of the arm. So the Fusion name really does imply that you're getting a leather textile hybrid, and I think this speaks volumes to how far textiles have come in the past 12 years, the past 10 years, past decade, whatever. We're seeing a huge advancements in textile technology, and Alpinestars is putting a lot of faith in this as we see this particular piece. So we'll get into what all of that means, but if you're looking at this and you're trying to figure out where it falls in Alpinestars' line, you would take a step up to something like the GP Tech V2, which gets you up into Alpinestars Airbag race technology. This would utilize the Tech Air 5 if you wanted to implement the airbag into this. And then a step down would be something like the Missile. The Missile is going to lose a lot of this textile material, not getting the Rideknit stretch. You're getting far less matrix material, but the Missile does bump you up to CE Level 2 technology. The Fusion here, just CE Level 1 from an impact standpoint, something that we'll get to as we dive into this video. But let's hit sizing first. On my left-hand side, I've got Alex. He stands at a commanding 6'2". He's got a hell of a mustache, weighs in at 210 pounds, and has a 40-inch chest. We have him in a size 52, correlates perfectly with Alpinestars' size chart. And one of the things that Alex said when he was trying this on was it's really the first time that he felt like an Alpinestars jacket fit him. So traditionally, Alpinestars is a very aggressive European cut. In the past, my problem with Alpinestars is they tend to be a bit short in the torso and a bit tight in the chest, just based on how aggressive they are. A lot of that has changed with all the different textile you're seeing in here. So for those of you out there that haven't really fit well in an Alpinestars in the past, definitely something to consider. The amount of stretch in this makes it a much more comfortable jacket to wear overall. For those of you that are used to wearing aggressive sport leather, you know that you have to really let it break in. This one feels very comfortable right out of the box, and we'll get more into that stretch here in just a second. Sizes will range from 46 up to 58. If you're using the size chart, you should have no surprises. Alex in the size chart was a 52, and as you can see, the 52 fits him spot on with a nice aggressive race fit with this. Two different colors are available at the moment. I would expect Alpinestars to implement more colorways into the US market as this jacket takes off. So, from a construction standpoint, you're going to see a mix of three main materials here. You're going to have cowhide leather, which is going to work its way down your impact zones and a little bit on the inside of the torso. The main body of the chassis is going to be a matrix material. This is going to be a combination of aramid, polyester with carbon reinforcements. Now, when we say aramid, aramid is essentially Kevlar. Kevlar is the brand name. So this is that same kind of technology when we're looking at aramid. And then down the inside of the arm, this is going to be Alpinestars Rideknit stretch. This is going to be a really interesting way for Alpinestars to get complete control over where that stretch is occurring and in what direction that stretch is occurring to give you maximized comfort. So as we start at the top here and we work our way on down, you're going to see shoulder sliders up at the top, CE level armor in this particular piece, and this is probably my biggest nitpick. Alpinestars does have CE level armor, the Nucleon Flex Pro. I would have loved to have seen that included at a jacket that's coming in around $750. Instead, you're just getting the base CE level 1 armor. Still comfortable, still flexible, just would have been a nice upgrade to see that CE level 2 armor included. Pop a reflective on the shoulder, and again, the real story here is that Rideknit stretch working its way down the inside of the arm. This is going to really allow a great range of motion and flexibility right out of the gate. You're going to see that you're going to have a split design for this. A lot of times when you see the leather on the cuffs, you'll have a little bit of infusion in there and it doesn't open up all the way. Personally, I like this. I like the fact that you have an actual split here. Just makes it easier to get on and off. And in the warmer summer months, I actually fold that back sometimes and just let a little bit more airflow breathe up the sleeve. If you're looking down the front of the chassis, so this is where we're getting into that matrix material. And the one nitpick here with this is that it doesn't, necessarily look great up at the collar. You can see a little bit of bunching here. The logo for the Alpinestars doesn't sit necessarily as nicely on this as it would with traditional leather. However, what you're getting in its place is a more breathable material for riding in the summer months. It allows airflow to pass through better than perforated leather would. You're still getting all of that protection that you would expect, and you're getting more of that stretch material work through, so a better range of motion. So there are some trade-offs with this, but for those of you that have complained about wearing leather in the hottest months of the year, but you still want protection, that's really the advantage you're getting here. A massive amount of airflow through the chest and stomach, but like I said, a little bit of bunchiness up at the top of the collar, and the Alpinestars logo doesn't sit quite as nicely on this particular material. You have dual hand-warmer pockets on either side, and you can see that leather is going to work its way around the torso. Alex, strike the riding position for us. You can see as that leather works its way around, you're then going to have this massive amount of accordion stretch at the back of the shoulder blade, working all the way down the back of the torso. You're going to see that matrix material working up underneath the arm. You can see that little bit of a yellow there sticking through. That's from the Kevlar, or the aramid rather. And then you're also going to see accordion stretch at the back of the elbow, and then you are going to have non-replaceable elbow sliders as well. So again, just looking at where the stretch material is, that Rideknit is really back here underneath the armpit, and then that stretch going all the way down with the accordion. Really just a fantastic range of motion. No adjusters down at the bottom on this, on the waist, but you are getting elasticated stretch there as well. Go ahead and face backwards for me, Alex. So from the top down, a little bit of that Rideknit material up at the top, just adding for breathability and for a little bit of flexibility there. No race hump on this particular piece. If you were to jump up to something like the GP Tech V2, that's where you would get the race hump added. No back protector is included, which is relatively standard. We'd go ahead and recommend adding the Nucleon CE Level 2 back protector to this, or go ahead and you can use this as a complement piece to the Tech Air 5 airbag suit. If you're using the Tech Air 5, you don't need a standalone back protector in there. The airbag suit takes its place. So when we're talking about the airbag suit, again, this is Tech Air 5 compatible, and really what Alpinestars is doing with all this stretch is that you get a jacket that fits you nice and aggressive even without the airbag. But should the airbag have to deploy, if you are using an airbag suit, there's enough stretch in here that there is room to expand, which really allows you to be protected. But when you are riding without the airbag suit deployed, it doesn't look big and bulky on you. So again, I think this is really where we're seeing the technology of jackets and protection going in the future, is just more sophisticated materials working together to keep you safe, but also working so that it looks normal, before the crash as well. Pop reflective down at the bottom, and again, you just get a really nice look here at the back with the matrix material working down the side, and then a little bit more of that stretch down at the bottom. Alpinestars logo at the top, Alpinestars logo at the yoke, and there is a connection zipper here if you want to match it up with a pair of leather pants for a two-piece race suit. Alex, go ahead and turn forward for me and unzip this bad boy. On the left-hand side, you are going to have a waterproof pocket, so if you need a place to store your cell phone, you get caught in the rain, you do have a waterproof pocket over on the left-hand side, little Napoleon pocket there, and then just drop-down pockets on the inside. So very basic interior when we're looking at this, but it is comfortable enough that if you're just wearing this with a t-shirt in the summer months, you're not going to be uncomfortable. You can go ahead and zip up, my friend. So really what we're seeing here is a new piece from Alpinestars. The Fusion Leather really is them working further into a hybrid of leather in your protection and impact zones, but really sophisticated technology when it comes to their textile design in your non-impact zones to allow maximum breathability for comfort. Traditionally, when you're looking at leather, especially in hot temperatures, there is a trade-off there. There's a trade-off between comfort and protection. Alpinestars is trying to blend that a little bit better and also allow for style to integrate really well with their airbag technology. Now again, like I said, my real nitpick here is the fact that the Fusion does not come standard with CE Level 1 armor, or only comes standard with CE Level 1 armor, not CE Level 2 armor. This is going to be CE AAA rated, but I think just the inclusion of CE Level 2 for those folks that aren't jumping up to the airbag technology right away would have been a nice piece. The other trade-off, like I said, is when you're looking at this material, it's just got a few little areas where it's not sitting as nice as a traditional leather would. But again, there's a trade-off here. So for those of you that want more information about the Alpinestars Fusion, you want to hear what other riders have to say, you can click the info button on your desktop or mobile device. You can read other rider reviews, folks that are already out there putting this jacket through its paces, folks just like Alex here. If you're not sure as to which jacket is right for you and your purposes and the kind of riding you're doing, you can always reach out to one of our customer service representatives and they can walk you through all the different jackets available for your riding style as well as your budget. I want to thank you for joining us for this first look at the Alpinestars Fusion Leather Jacket. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.